Our next angler going to be the first one rolling through in a Toyota Tundra, which means he has an over. Let's get him rolling. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, having an incredible season this year on the Bassmaster Elite Series from Raceland, Louisiana, Tyler Ravat. Total weight today of 23 pounds, 6 ounces, giving him 66 pounds, 15 ounces. And let's have a look at this over. 7 pounds, 5 ounces. Texas, let me hear ya. £66, 15 ounces in 8th place right now. I don't know whether you're going to get out there tomorrow, but, man, one of the few guys that got to come across the stage with a fish like that. And, man, you're having a great season this year, Tyler.
It was. It started out like an awesome season. Chickamauga was a little slump, and I'm glad to be back in the cut. This morning was incredible. I couldn't catch anything before 10 o'clock any day, and today I had all my weight before 10 o'clock. So after that, I was like, you know what? It's going to be a really good day. I'm about to bust 30, and I have all evening, and I just cannot do it. I thought I needed a big bag, and I just kind of scratched what I was doing and just went for the home run. But it was a fun day, fun week. I caught almost everything on either a top water by Excite, the Heckler, or Hank Cherry's jerkbait, the Stunner. He gave me a couple, and I've literally caught 100 fish on that this week. So it's an awesome deal, especially with that live scope. You can live scope them, and I was dragging it for like probably 30 yards. And finally, the fish would eat it. It would take that long for them to chase it and eat it, and it would always be a big one. So I figured it out, and I'm just glad to be here. I was scared of fork. It always scares me, so good job for everybody that caught them.
Don't be scared at all. You got them good this week. I look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. Our next angler going to roll through in a Toyota Tundra, which means he's got an over. He's one of only 2 Canadians to ever win a Bassmaster Elite Series event. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a Forest Wood Cup qualifier from Keewatin, Ontario, Canada, the great Canadian snow leopard, Gussie Jeff Gustafson. 26 pounds and 3 ounces, but this, our Phoenix Boats big bass of the day, 8 pounds and 9 ounces. Boom shakalaka, giant bass. 8 pounds and 9 ounces, our Phoenix Boats big bass of the day, and it's a big holiday here next week, but at our home and native land in Canada, it's a big holiday this week, and you might have a lot of bodies celebrating May 2-4 this week and watching this, but none of them probably caught an 8-9 today.
Yeah, we don't get to catch those up in Canada very often. You know, yeah, no, that thing made my day, obviously. The last 2 days, full grinder, lucky to get to fish today, and today I, had 20 pounds kind of in the first hour, and the day was, it was a cupcake after that, but caught that thing just flipping a jig on a tree, so it was pretty fun. And caught a bunch of fish today. I had some room to upgrade a little more. I had a few 3-pounders in there, but it was fun. Always great to come to Lake Fork.
Very good, and it was once again. We look forward to seeing you at Pickwick.
Hey, boss. Take care.
46 anglers into our way, and we got one more to go. That one's rolling through in a Toyota Tundra. Texas, let's hear it for him. He is the reigning and defending Lake Fork champion, a 3-time Bassmaster winner. He weighed in the 3rd biggest bag in Bassmaster history, trying to go back-to-back here this week from Longview, Texas, the unbelievable Lee Livesey. This fish right here isn't over. That's why he's rolling through in that truck. 8 pounds, 2 ounces. That 8.2 went with his limit today. A limit of 27 pounds, 5 ounces, giving him 87 pounds, 15 ounces. And once again, Lee Livesey is leading here on Lake Fork. Lee, watching you today early this morning, I mean, you probably made a bunch of those people nervous for a few hours this morning, but man, you seem to figure it out, and it worked out okay for you.
Yeah, like I tell Jake all the time, nothing in my life is pretty, man. It's always a struggle and it's always ugly, but somehow, you know, through the grind, we end up making it work, and today was one of those days, you know. It's not easy for me out there. I don't have a lot going on. You know, most of those fish I caught, I'm sure y'all have talked about it, but that's a spot I've never even caught a bass on Lake Fork before, is producing most of my weight. I found them the first day of practice and thought they were little, and they grew, and I got lucky and caught that 8-pounder on a spot yesterday that I found, but it was just her. So it's going to be a dog fight. You know, there's a closer right behind me, and the lake's going to open up a little bit. Got a lot of weather changes coming, so, you know, I'm working my butt off every day trying to find some new fish, and it just hadn't happened yet. And I'm going to keep doing that. You know, hopefully I get comfortable and get to keep running some new stuff. And, you know, it's Lake Fork. Somebody's going to bust a big giant bag tomorrow, I think, you know, 35 to 45 pounds, and that's who's going to win. You know, whether it's me, Polinick, or whoever's behind us. It's the best lake in the world. I keep telling people, you know, I got into it brand new after Santee. I said, just wait till we come to Lake Fork. She's going to show out. Look at this crowd. I've been seeing that bush light flag waving behind me in my Armada all day, and it made me thirsty.
I think you can deal with that in a minute, but I will say, Swindle and Polnick both, you know, said you're going to be a tough guy to beat, but their biggest concern was if they do happen to beat you tomorrow, getting out of here alive. These guys are good sports. They're not going to give them a hard time, would they?
Oh, yeah. I tell my wife all the time, my worst nightmare is getting second place in a tournament, so we might have to Tanya Hardin somebody. He will right there. You know, Swindle's already bow-legged and weak in the knees, so he's easy to get out. Polnick's the one you got to worry about. So, man, I can't thank y'all all enough for coming out. You know, I'm not even going to talk sponsors. Everybody that's here that's a sponsor and out there watching me all throughout the world, I appreciate y'all so much. You know, I'm just happy right now. I got my wife sitting there and my whole family and all kinds of friends and my little baby girl. I'm ready to go tomorrow. It's going to be a dog fight, and I want another trophy.
Your tournament leader, 5 fish away from going back-to-back, Lee Livesey.